Hello, welcome back. We're gonna pick a job. Let's go. Let's go to Berlin. So, alright. What have you been up to then lately? Hmm? Oh, really? That's nice. Well, I've been hot. Still hot. Still hot. It's like we're actually experiencing a summer, and that's something I've never experienced in my life. Like, there's never been a summer in the UK. Not in the history of time, you know? But now we have one, and I don't like it. I'm having to wear summer clothes. I only own 2 pairs of shorts. You know? It's difficult. It's just difficult. So today we might do a little stream. I don't know. Little meme, little stream. Speaking of memes, streams, and broken dreams, I didn't know, but the Shia LaBeouf, however it's called, you know, do it! Just do it! I thought it was just a 10-second clip. No. It's half an hour long. And I saw a hilarious video last night where someone edited it, where it just went, I can't fucking do it! And because it's actually him acting and talking about acting. So the original scene was him just like saying, I can't fucking whatever. I didn't see all the original, and they just spliced in do it, and I thought it was the best thing I've seen in years. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe have a play with that file if I can work out how to download it from Vimeo. I don't know how Vimeo works. Yeah. So the Broken Memes Dank streams should be on today, hopefully, and it will be, hopefully, some Arma 2 Wasteland. Woohoo! What's that? I hear you say. Well, it's like do you know what DayZ is? If you do, well, it's like that without zombies. But if you don't know what it is, I'll explain what Wasteland is just straight up. Basically, it's the standard Arma 2 game, which is a military sim sort of thing, and you spawn with just a pistol, and you have to scavenge around for things greater than pistols, like machine guns, sniper rifles, submachine guns, rocket launchers, artillery, emplacement guns, you know, like helicopters, planes, freaking tanks, grenade launchers, you know. That's so you gotta find all those sort of things, and then you can go fight the AI. If you play on a really big server, you can play against other people, but there's not much point because I'd say for every 5 players, at least one of them's hacking, like straight up spawning items and stuff like that. So there's not much point playing online, but yeah, playing against the AI is fun because they're very, very difficult to kill. Well, no, they're not very difficult to kill, it's just they'll kill you very easily. Like, both you and the AI are one-hit kill, so it's a case of pure skills. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Going for the overtake here. Come on, boys. This Thursday I should be going out to Flamingoland, which is my local theme park. I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again because it's been a while since I last went. Apparently they removed one of the rides there. I'm glad. It was this a pirate ship, you know, swinging ships, but it went all the way around, and the restraints didn't work when I went on it, and it made me smash straight into the steel cage, and it hurt. And they've sold it now, so that's nice. It's gone, which will mean next year there'll be something else there. There's some really nice rides there. There's some really crap ones as well. I'll probably go on all of them, and I might pluck up enough courage to go on their fast roller coaster. I've never been on it because I'm scared of speed. Believe it or not. Wait. Breakneck speeds. I can't understand them in my head. How the hell does a human survive going at like 60 miles an hour, strapped into a little seat, open air, going around loops? How are you meant to survive that? I don't understand it. Like, yeah, there's not much G-force in it, but still, you're moving very quickly. Well, I don't know. Yes, I don't fear rides which apply extreme amounts of G-force onto you. You know, like top swing rides. They do not scare me. It's odd. However, I will say the experience of being on a top swing ride isn't fantastic. It's fun, but very painful, in my opinion. Especially when you start to sort of black out. It's like, Jesus. Well, not black out, but I think it's... Is it the term brown out, or is it white out? The one where you don't go blind, but you lose visibility. Like, you get tunnel vision, and everything loses colour, everything desaturates, or oversaturates, depends on person to person. I think with me it oversaturates, you know, like everything becomes really bright. Well, not bright, but really colourful. And that's how my body reacts to adrenaline and extreme forces. It's cool, isn't it, how stuff like that works in bodies. I find it fascinating, the way we can respond to certain stimuli. It's mint. Like, oh man. The scariest ride in that park, though, without a shadow of a doubt, I don't know if I said this or not, but it's the log flume, the Lost River ride. If you don't know what it is, it's not a normal log flume. A standard log flume is like a log, you know, like from a tree, with a seat hollowed out in it. This isn't like that, it's more like a boat. I think in Roller Coaster Tycoon they're called a splash boat. Basically it's a boat which is 5 people wide, not 5 laid out people, like 5 asses wide. And it goes around this really nice scenic little lake, sort of, well not lake, but I guess track's the right word. It goes around this little track, but the track's made out of water. And in the tracks loads of beautiful wildlife, you know, flamingos and other wild birds that I don't know the names of, and little animals. Excuse me, I've drunk a disgusting drink and it's not agreeing with me. I think it goes around the lions or the tigers or something, and the rhinos, and oh, it's lovely. But then it goes up the ramp, and Christ, it's terrifying. Mainly because you're not secured into the seat. There's a lap bar restraint that doesn't fit, and a holdy handle, and that's it. So if you don't hold on to the holdy handle, you're out your seat. And it's terrifying. There was seat belts on it, but they are knackered, and they are also only for children. The seat belts. That or like maybe women. I doubt it though. I've never seen a man fit into the seat belts on them. That's for sure. So yeah, it's terrifying because, you know, you actually have the fear of death, which is nice, to be honest. Nice experience. And the splash is incredible on that one. Like, I've been on water rides, loads of water rides, because they're just everywhere. They're not even in. They're in like non-amusement parks, aren't they? Water rides. But you do not get as wet as any ride in the world as you do when you go on the river ride there. It is crazy. I don't even know how they do it. They just... The wave that comes up is like 20 foot high, and it carries so much water. If you had your mouth open, you'd drown. What's the worst ride there? In terms of stupidity, the worst ride there is this new one they've got called Cyclosaurus or something. And it's, the idea behind it is sort of cool, but it's not. It's apparently for all ages, and I went on it and it certainly wasn't. Basically, there's these little, what era is it? You know, like the Wright brothers, that sort of era. It's like that. It's a helicopter. It's a lot like Leonardo da Vinci's helicopter. I think it was him who made it. And it's just a basic helicopter, you know. And you sit on it. I think it has 2 seats. And instead of having a standard floor, it has bicycle pedals. You know, the things that you spin around with your feet. And when you pedal, it lifts the ride up. It's spinning around the ride. It's a flat ride, I didn't mention that. So it spins around in circles like a, well, like a teacups ride or anything like that, you know. Very slowly. But when you spin the wheels, the pedals around, it lifts the ride up. That's it. So you just get exhausted for no reason. If you want to go high, you've got to constantly pedal. If you stop pedaling, you drop. So it's just rubbish. It's just really rubbish. Worst ride in terms of pain would be a close tie between 2 rides. I'll be riding both of them again because what's life without a little bit of pain? Wink, wink, wink. In terms of little ride, probably the most painful little ride is... oh, what is it called? I think it's called Runaway Train. It's a tiny little roller coaster that is very fast. And it's modelled off a minecart, you know? And it's running around this little track with not very banked turns, to say the least. It does about 20 miles an hour, which doesn't sound fast, but when you're going into an unbanked corner, that hurts. It really hurts. And it goes through about 30 corners. It's just like a squared oval, but it goes around it about 5 times. And oh man, it is agony. It is just agony. But then for the most painful big ride, oh man, their new ride, Hero. It kills. It kills. And it almost did kill as well, you know, and it broke apart and hit someone in the head. But yeah, it's these coffin-shaped little carriages you go into, and they're just ludicrously uncomfy. So you sat on your belly, and going up and down a shaky track on your belly isn't very comfortable. Well, you know, like, because all the coasters do it. They'll suddenly just go, and it'll just like smack one into the track. And when you sat on your ass or being suspended, it's just like a. But when you're laid out on your stomach, it's like, oh, you know. And when you're going up and down ramps and stuff, the pressure goes straight on your shoulder blades, and it's just not nice. Really not nice. It's a sort of ride that when you're riding it, instead of going, ah, oh, wahoo, it's more of a case of, ah, fuck, you know. Different sort of experience. I say the smoothest ride they've got there is this one called Velocity. Oh man, it is like silk covered in butter. That's how smooth it is. It's like a roller coaster shaped thing. It's a launch coaster, so it's 0 to 60 in like a second or something. And the turns are just, it's just lovely. They're overbanked. They're really large, the turns. So you don't even feel like you're turning. Yeah, it's just lovely. The best ride they had for not having banked turns was the Wild Mouse, but they knocked it down. That was part of the attraction, though. You know, it was really fun because the sort of assisted with something. They sped up when they went around corners. So, like, they just when you went around a corner. broke 2 mobile phones on that ride when I went on it. You know, that's how much pressure was in the corners. Fantastic. But they knocked it down to put Here on there. I hate it when people change things when they don't need changing. I think that ride was sat there since like 1990 something, and they got rid of it just to put this stupid multi-million pound machine there, which is ugly and doesn't work and hits people in the head. Come on. Well, we have passed our time limit. I'll have to find someone to pull up. Yeah, I hope it doesn't rain on Thursday. Forecast says it's going to be overcast, which is marvellous. Overcast is the weather of England. It's what I'm accustomed to. It's what I was born in, and it's what I'll die in. I don't want this stupid heat. It's not right, I tell you. It's not natural. Plus it means you don't have to buy as much water if it's overcast. Because if it's sunny, you got to drink constantly. You know, got to keep those electrolytes up and all that. Because if not, you start feeling crap, especially if you're like expending a lot of energy, i.e. screaming on the top of your lungs. You've got to keep hydrated, otherwise you'll be ill. I always make that mistake when I go out like to places like that. I'll come back and my head will be rocking, I'll be feeling sick, and all because I'm dehydrated. But you know, it's always because it's always been bloody sunny when I've gone. But if it's nice and cool, wow. Yeah, it'd be nice. There's nowhere to pull over, so I'll just pull over and shoulder. Right, I'll see you next time for my next meme.